No, it's not. It's at my eyes.
Welcome to a brand new experience for your brain. A review show unlike any other on the net. Join Reverend Jeff and Wes Losner for a look into movies and entertainment like only they can bring it to you. Classics, horror, sci-fi, you name it, nothing is safe from these guys. All wrapped up in a bit of fun for everyone, right here on What You Watch. This week on What You Watching, what happens when a bunch of children decide to take over the world? Well, they start with killing their parents. Oh, creepy stuff, that's right. Children of the Corn. Yeah, that and a whole lot more on tonight's What You Watching. And now, the star of all this mess, Reverend Jeff and Wes Losner. Oh, hey Wes, man, did you get that girl with the third nipple?
Oh, third nipple. Did you see how many ping pong balls she fit up there, bro?
From 30 feet away. Speaking of this, you know, we gotta get the morning figured out. What do you think we ought to say?
Oh, God, that stinks. Well, we gotta make sure we say things like shit, fuck, cocksucker, motherfucker, bitch, tits, asshole, fart, balls, cunt.
Oh, don't forget moist panties, because that'll offend 80% of our female listeners right at the start.
Oh, speaking of moist panties, where's that chick with the third nipple? I want to see if it looks like mine. Oh.
There you have it, people. If you've made it this far, welcome aboard to What You're Watching. I'm one of the hosts of this mess, the Reverend Jeff Kelly, and over there, as the intro says, is Wes motherfucking Losner.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's a fucking
How you
intro
doing
right
there, brother?
Hello.
Man.
Greetings,
This week,
humans.
as promised, we are going to be talking about the chitlins of the corn. That's right, cornage of the chitlins. It's some pretty sketchy stuff. But before that, we're going to be talking about coming attractions. That's right. So, hey, Wesley, sir, what you watching in the means of trailers this week?
Okay, well, the first trailer I watched was The Lost City of Z. All right, and that's with
Lost City of Z.
Yeah.
Let's see here. The Lost City of Z is a film adaptation of David Grant's novel of the same name. He follows British explorer Fawcett as he journeys into the Amazon in search of the Lost City of Z. Interesting.
Yeah, it's dope. It looks dope, and it's what's his name? Charlie Hamana from Sons of Anarchy. You know, that's like he's like this Indiana Jones kind of type. You know, like I don't know. It looked real good. You know, you got like tribes, like fucking with them and shit. Like I don't know. It looked hella interesting. I'm down to watch it for sure.
I'm down to go to this shit. Looked like it was pretty cool. What was the next thing you were watching there, or trailer wise, there, sir?
The Belko Experiment. Now this looks comedy, but it also looks fucked. Like it's crazy. Like
the story revolves around the American Belco Company in South America, which is mysteriously sealed off at the beginning of a workday, and its employees are ordered to kill each other or be killed themselves. This starts an escalation of violence where we discover the true nature of each and every Belko employees. Office Space meets Battle Royal, the Belko experiment.
And speaking of Office Space, one of the Bobs is one of the guys in this movie, so it's like, but it looks fucked up. Like they get like ordered to like kill 30 people, or they will kill 30 people, like, so 30 people gotta die in this. I don't know, it looks messed up, but it also looks funny. So I don't know, you get blood and gore and comedy in the same thing, I'm all for it.
March 17th, 2017 is the release date on Orion. What was the last one you were watching there, sweet sir?
Colossal. Now, this one, I forget the broad's name that's in it, but it
Anne
looks funny.
Hathaway.
Yeah, so everybody knows who she is. I mean, you see her face, you know who she is, but I don't know her name. Yeah, you said Anne, right?
Yeah, Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, but this, it looks funny, it's like Cloverfield in a comedy kind of a way. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
Gloria Ann Hathaway is a hard-partying New York teen girl who's thrust into crisis when her own boyfriend, Tim, grows sick of her shit and kicks her out of his apartment. That's paraphrased. With no other options, she moves back to her hometown and quickly regresses into being a whore and drinking entirely too much. That's also paraphrased. One day she wakes up blurry and finds out that Soul was terrorized by a giant creature the night before. Eventually, Gloria begins to suspect her own sluttish drunkenness led to the bizarre connection to the monster rampaging in South Korea. That's right, Anne Hathaway and Colossal.
Yeah, it's funny, like, because you see, like, there's this one scene in the trailer where she's like trying to show her friends, like, she's connected to this, and so she's dancing and they're like, holy shit, the monster's dancing, like, and then she's like, look at what, and then that's like, you see this like, oh shit moment, like in the trailer. It looks funny. I don't know. I'll watch it just because there's a big fucking monster in it,
Exactly.
But anyways,
judge it based on
Rev, what you watching?
Oh, that's a good question. What I've been watching, trailer-wise this week, first one up was Chips. That's right. Two of my favorite actors, Dax Shepard, Michael Pena, in Chips. I like the remakes. I like the reboots. I liked Starsky and Hutch. I don't care if you people didn't. I loved Starsky and Hutch. I thought it was Owen Wilson and big-eared friggin' Ben, what's his name, were fantastic.
Stiller.
And I'm hoping is just as good. I like both of these guys separately. I'm hoping together it's they'll be even funnier. March 24th is the release of it. I'm gonna try and go to the drive-in and catch that one because that looks like something you should go on to the drive-in and watch. With
a big fat doobie,
a big old Prop 64, bitches. I ain't driving, and a big old thing of popcorn and a drink, and we're gonna watch California burn to the ground with Chips. Dude, I can't wait. I love these. I always love the reboot. I want them to reboot like Laverne and Shirley, all of them. I want a Happy Days movie. Damn it, with modern Happy Days. Funny as hell. Next thing I was watching, that's right, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. No, actually, they rebranded it. Yeah, as the Sabian Power Rangers. They've dropped the Mighty Morphin off of it. However, this is what the Power Rangers should have been in the first place. That whole plastic toy crap that they were selling on TV, Chinese style or Japanese style. Look, the trailer for this is very cool. If it would have been like this on TV, I would have probably enjoyed it a lot more. But I got to tell you, the Pink Ranger was probably the only reason that I watched that thing, and she really wasn't even all that hot. However,
hey, back then she was all that hot.
Yeah, back then on TV. Yeah, back then on TV, you beggars couldn't really be choosers. We didn't have the sluts and the whores that we have on TV. We didn't have the Kardashians on TV back then.
Oh God! Oh.
Bruce wouldn't show me his boobs. Anyhow, the trailer's worth the watch if you were ever a fan of the show. looks pretty legit. We'll see in the end if they screw it up like they did with Transformers.
Do they still ride in dinosaurs and shit?
They do have their morphs, so because they didn't give a whole lot away in the trailer. So dig into it if you want to, but it's out there. The last thing that I was watching was Matt Damon, the Great Wall.
Damon!
It's like a nervous tick with the old Wes there.
Fuck, you can't.
He can't help it. So he says Matt Damon.
Matt Damon!
He doesn't have any choice but to make it sound just like that, too. It's absurd. White guy goes to China looking for a weapon like any other they've ever heard before and discovers a fight to save the world as usual. Everybody has to save the world. The white guys have to go to China to save the world. Whatever. The
Tom
Great
Cruise
Wall.
did it first.
He was the last samurai. Matt Damon's the last warrior. I don't know.
Damon!
giant friggin' lanterns in the sky riding with no, I don't think so. Anyhow, I'll watch it simply because it's a giant epic movie that they spent hundreds of millions of dollars on, but that's probably the only reason. The Great Wall. That's what I was watching. Wow, check that mess out. It's actually a good week here on What You're Watching. YouTube's cooperating. Although I still have that frog in my throat that I've had since last week. All right. Hey, we this is where we come to the next segment of our show. This is where we talk about what we've actually watched, not just 3-minute trailers. And the old Wesley is up first here as usual again. Sir, what you watching?
Yeah. Dude, okay. Now this is new to Netflix. It's called The Resort. This movie was fucking bitchin'. It was cool. Like, I don't know if it's an American movie. It might be British, maybe. I don't know, 100%. Everybody was different, but it was good. It was a zombie movie. It's like zombies, like, were all put on an island, and it was like rich people turned it into a resort where you can go and hunt them and shit, you know, and like all goes wrong, you know, basically. And
here's one of the quotes from the webpage. It says, "The resort is what happens when you take the script to Jurassic Park, cross out the word dinosaur, and crudely scrawl in the word zombie in its place, then make it in Red Canyon."
Yeah.
A post-apocalyptic safari offers paying guests the opportunity to kill zombies in the wake of an outbreak. Nice. The Resort.
Yeah, it was worth a watch.
Scale of 1 to 5. What are you rating it?
I'd give it a 3 on zombie movies just because there's so many epic ones. But I mean,
2.5 is what Letterboxd gave it. You're giving it a 3. You like zombie movies better than they do. What was the second one here?
Okay, now this is Jerusalem. Now this is you'll notice a trend to the stuff I watch. Sometimes it's always found footage. If I find a found footage movie, I'll watch it. Just because I like that first person kind of feel. This movie's one of those. It's kind of like, zombie possession, fucking throw in a giant ass fucking actual giant fucking monster giant dude with fucking a club or some shit. I think he had something in his hand. And then all this shit goes down on Yom Kippur or whatever the fuck they call it. And, like, if you get bit, you turn into one of those fucking little zombie angel demon things. And
can you fly?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, killer. I've always wanted to be able to fly.
Yeah.
Downside, I'm a zombie. Upside, I can fucking fly.
Yeah.
Two American girls on vacation follow a mysterious and handsome anthropology student on a trip to Jerusalem. The party is cut short when the trio are caught in the middle of a biblical Jerusalem.
Yeah, it was pretty trippy. And the last one that I watched,
classic for me. I love it. It's been
yeah,
out.
is now it's not horror or sci-fi, but it's fucking Smoking Aces, the original, not the fucking second one that they made with the guy that actually comes back to life and becomes a bartender. I don't know how that happened because he got killed in this one, and he was straight dead. They said he was, like. So I don't understand, but he's in part 2 for some reason.
Illusionist Buddy Aces Israel isn't playing nice. Turns out he's telling mob secrets to the FBI after a $1 million contract is put out on him. Aces tries to pull his greatest appearing act before a rogues gallery of ex-cons, hitmen, and smoking hot assassins try to rub his ass out in this edgy action comedy that takes no prisoners. And the messed up thing is they filmed most of this in Tahoe.
Yeah. The movie was awesome. And damn, Alicia Keys looked good in this movie. I'm sorry, I just had to say that. She just
she can butter my bread any day, yo.
She was beautiful. But yeah, no, this movie is so awesome.
And he plays exactly the same kind of a character as he plays in Deadpool. He plays the same character in every movie he's ever been in.
He played the same character when he was Green Lantern. In this one.
Same way he was in Green Lantern.
You just hate him. You hate him.
I do. I can't stand him. I'm tired of him anyhow.
There's a certain kind of person. You're an Adam Sandler guy. You know,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I do. We're gonna love different things.
Kind of group,
That's why this show is great, because they get my side of it and they get your side of it.
Yeah, but see, this movie, you can't tell me you didn't like him in this movie. He was good in this movie. We're talking about Ryan Reynolds.
In the movie for me, Ryan. He didn't ruin the movie for me like he did.
No, because he was serious. He did his job. He nailed it in this movie. Everyone did. Everyone, even
took 5 takes. Right, just calm down, man. Right, just calm it down. No, we don't need funny. No, we don't need any jokes. Yeah. No, just calm it down, dude. 94. Go, Reynolds.
And that kid with the fucking warts or whatever the fuck all over his face. Oh man. Oh, and that creepy kid with the one eye doing the kung fu with his grandma.
The whole movie is when they meet Boogie, the ADD kid who's doing kung fu and getting an erection. Oh my God, dude. Yeah. Grandma's just like, yeah, my husband hung himself out there in the garage about 6 months ago. And my oldest boy, he's up in Chino for 5 to 10 for breaking and entering. And, well, old Boogie here's the man of the house ever since.
Yeah, so that's basically, my whole week of watching movies. So what you watching?
I love you, brother.
I'm fucked it up again.
I do so much. Oh, so the old Rev here broke out some good ones. Yeah, brought out the new ones. I'm a guy who's lucky to get to see a lot of now playing movies and stuff that's coming to the theaters because, well, I got my demons. Anyhow, Hacksaw Ridge. That's right. The Amazing Spider-Man goes to the army. The Braveheart and the Passion of the Christ. No, not really, but past the first 20 minutes of the conscientious objector part of the movie, the last 2 hours is bad ass. Dude was freaking great in the movie. I wish they'd have his name out right here. I should know his damn name, and unfortunately I can't. That's probably the guy. Yeah, Hacksaw Ridge is the Spider-Man? Extraordinary true story of Desmond Doss, Andrew Garfield, who in Okinawa during the bloodiest battle of World War II saved 75 men without firing or carrying a gun. He was the only American soldier in World War II to fight on the front lines without a weapon, as he believed that while the war was justified, killing was nevertheless wrong. And as an army medic, he single-handedly evacuated the wounded from behind enemy lines, Bray fired while tending to the soldiers and was wounded by a grenade and hit by snipers. Doss was the first conscientious objector awarded the Congressional Honor. And like I said, if you get past the first 20 minutes of that shitstorm, it's a fantastic movie. There's a whole lot of... The kid had a vicious violence problem. Rocked his brother in the head with a brick in the beginning of the movie, nearly killed him. And that's when they kind of realized that, whoa, okay, well, you can go too far, can't you? And there's things that lead up to the reason that he doesn't want to carry a gun, but wasn't because he was a coward. Check it out. It's as good as Saving Private Ryan and not so boring through the middle. You get the boring in the first part of it, and then you're out of it. So, you don't have to listen to friggin' Affleck cry that, and then like, whoa, I don't want to look for him anymore. Asshole. Anyhow, Hacksaw Ridge. So what else comes up on my list to watch? Andrew Garfield again in Silence. That's right. I'm Martin Scorsese, that guy.
Scorsese.
I know what the name is. I'm just screwing around here for a minute. Martin Scorsese's Silence tells the story of two Christian missionaries, Andrew Garfield and Adam Driver, who face the ultimate test of faith when they travel to Japan in search of their missing mentor, Liam Neeson. When Christianity was outlawed and their presence forbidden, the celebrated director's 28-year journey to bring Sheshku's Endu's 1966 acclaimed novel to life will be in theaters this Christmas. Well, it's been in theaters since Christmas, and it hasn't done a fantastic friggin' job of it, but they should have named this one Depression with a Side of Self-Hate. And if you want to spend just feeling bad, awful, and horrible about things that were done to people, this is the movie for you. If you're just too happy, if you need a shot of sad just to even your day out, like you've had a tremendous day, you've come home, you've hit the lottery, you've hit the lottery, you got a new girlfriend, what you wanted was on the table for dinner, then sit down and watch Silence because it'll balance out. It is that damn depressing. Now, I'm not saying that it's not a fantastic movie. I'm just saying you probably shouldn't take your girl there for date night because she's not letting you touch her breasts after this one, okay? She's going to want to have a philosophical discussion about why God would let any of that go on, and I'm just not interested in having that. So I'll save you that one. Don't take them to see Silence. Let them watch that with their girlfriends on a Friday night because they're bored. Yeah, you had a fantastic day. You want to even yourself out with karma? Sit down and watch Silence. Other than that, God, 1600s Christianity in Japan was a no-no, and the end of the movie will friggin' destroy you. Just, Silence is exactly what it was. Silence in my mind. All right. Moving right along, finally to wrap this one up, I was like, after those two, all right, I had to get back to something good, so I watched The Batfleck in The Accountant. Everybody's seen this. The commercials for this one has been all over the television set here. I tried to use their menu earlier, but it's broken, so I won't click it now. He's not normal. He's got some kind of a mental deficiency, and in the end, they train him on how to live in the normal world. But while he's in jail for the mob, and while he does that, everything's good, and then it goes bad. And he's the accountant.
The accountant.
It's worth if you like Ben Affleck and you like action movies. It's definitely one you can watch. It'll mess with you. The guy that was in Fury, the loader, the tank mechanic, I can't remember that guy's name either. He's in this as well. And the story, somebody actually put some thought into how the backstory would work with the movie. And The telling of the backstory brings you to conclusion throughout the movie. So I was a little weary of this one. I've had it for a little bit, and I hadn't really wanted to watch it. It'll be out on DVD here real soon. So check it out. I thought it was cool. The Accountant, I'm not really one for a whole lot of drama movies. This was really a whole lot of action, and how it comes to be is it's interesting. Anyhow, that's what I was watching. So yeah,
who's Ben Affleck's best friend?
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. All right, well, folks, this is where we take the time to people hanging out there in internet lands. Hello, internet lands. How y'all doing?
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all's out there in internet lands. Let's see here who's hiding out tonight. It says
on the world
it says 0 of 200, but I know that can't be true. Kurt Harris won tonight's trivia, by the way, with a score of 10 points. Go, Kurt. Yay.
Go, Kurt.
He is also in the first one I saw in the hangout tonight. There's a Mr. Ding, 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 Gooper. Hey, I want to give a secondary notion to Wyatola. Wyatola. You're going to have to phonetically spell that one out for me because I'm having a difficult time with it. Well, he or she, because I'm not assuming anybody's gender after the friggin' videos I've been watching today on YouTube. Got an honorary mention for knowing some of the bonus questions. So there you go. Mr. Sam Squance Rivera. How you doing, Sam? Got to hang out with him. And Mr. Hey Kibbles and Bits, Mr. Cush Tiger. We all got to hang out in a hangout the other night. It was kind of fun. Mr. Lance Windsor. How you doing, sir?
Lance just had a birthday.
Happy birthday. We can't sing the happy birthday song because it's not owned by Michael Jackson anymore, but somebody still owns it, and it will get clipped on YouTube. I've had it happen before. So Wyatt Ola. Okay, well, that works.
Wyatt Ola.
It would have helped me if that would have told me if you were male or female, because I still don't want to assume your gender.
Wyatt.
Let's see here. Who else is hanging out there that I didn't say anything about yet? Mr. Dick Jones. Dick
Jones.
Jones. I always like that name. I know. Where is my Starshine? I don't see Starshine out in the lounge anywhere. I thought she was there earlier, and now she's disappeared. She must have had to go to work. Sadly, we're giving her a shout out anyhow. Of course, Mr. Kurt Harris we spoke about earlier. Mr. Rod Dupree.
In the place to be.
That's right. Don't want to forget about Mr. Rod Dupree either. I think that's who's hanging out live with us. It's at least the ones that are chatting in there tonight. There will be an after hangout tonight, guys, so hang tight in the chat room, and I'll give that link out after the show is over as well. Wyatt Ola is a male. Okay, there you go. There's
Wyatt
my
Ola.
She said finally she kicked him. Hi there. Glad she's back.
Hello, Starshine.
Hello. Should I say hello, Starshine? Hello, Starshine.
Say hello to Starshine, Riv.
Hello, Starshine. Okay, so let's get back to it. What you watching? That's right, where we watch shit and talk about it for your entertainment. We brought everybody up to watch the Children of the Corn, not turtle porn, Children of the Corn. Dude, seriously, I haven't probably watched this movie in 20 plus years, and it said if you watch the trailer that I posted on the Facebook page, facebook.com/watchingvids, the trailer underneath the show announcement tonight, it said Stephen King's Children of the Corn, an adult nightmare. And dude, in '84, this was straight up uprising of religion coast, especially in like the Appalachians, where the snake handlers were finally left alone and their numbers grew, and the apostolization preachers came out, and the fire and brimstone preachers came out, and through the Midwest where they were talking about, where this movie comes from, Iowa.
Wow.
I think that's what that is. There's a lot of that on the radio, and this kind of just whole thing kind of creeped me out because I could see how after decades of indoctrination into that type of existence, little Isaac was born.
Yeah.
Little Isaac was
creepy
born.
ass little half Amish kid.
Well, yeah, he was proselytizer. He was a
looked
messenger.
Like he was 30, but like a child.
The actor himself was 17 when he played the part, but he was the size of a 12-year-old. Yeah. So that's part of what gave him that more wisdom beyond his years delivery. Because if one of them two little shits, little Jojo boy or whatever, the Joyo or Jockio, Joby, that's right. Or his little sister would have tried to give any of those speeches, we'd have just kicked him in the crotch and gone back to the cornfield, gone back to work. But not little Isaac. And then you got red-haired, left-hand child of the fucking devil, Malachi. Ha, that son of a bitch. You can just... It's just bad news. You see that kid in your neighborhood? If you're in the coffee shop with that motherfucker, get out.
He's a ginger.
Go to the hardware store. Yeah, ain't nothing good happening when the red-headed ginger is hanging out playing pinball in the coffee shop, especially during church. I'm just saying. Sorry, gingers. I'm part ginger. I can talk about them. So it's like I can make fat jokes because I'm fat. Isn't that the way that works?
Yep. I'm pretty sure.
It starts out with these, and it's of course Linda Hamilton, Mama of the Terminator.
Sell karma.
Come with me if you want to live. And some dude I don't think he's been in much else since then. I don't even know who that guy was. That's sad. I know. We just watched the movie today, and I still don't know who that
he's
guy is.
Aged. I think that's the guy that fuck, I don't know. I want to say he's the fucking, but I'm probably wrong, so I'm not going to say
it. What I love about 80s flicks is the fact that they can frame a movie in like 20 seconds. We woke up, we were in their apartment. You could tell you were in a shitty ass hotel because they had that green and red marbled friggin' shag ass carpet that was in every cheap motel across the country. There was like one traveling salesman that sold that same carpet pattern to every friggin' trash motel across the country, made a fucking fortune doing it, and then retired. But in the 80s and the late 70s, that same trashy friggin' shag carpet was in every Motel 6, Discount 8, Super 8, every friggin' pick up a horror hotel you could think of, that crap was in. And we could tell he was a doctor because she gave him a present and flipped it over and it told us that he was a doctor. We didn't need to know anything else about these two people except for that's who they were. They were in a hotel going somewhere on a road trip, and
dude was cold.
He was
cold. Standoffish to this chick. This chick was doing normal chick shit and just relationship, but marry me and let's have children, and like.
He's just like, I ain't saying nothing about that like, shit.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
I ain't looking.
That was not a fucking.
Not even in the plan, biatch.
Nope. Yeah, he was even in the end when he was like, all right, kids, you want to come live with us for like a day or two? He was like, okay, maybe a week. All right.
Peter Barton is that guy.
Yeah.
Peter Barton and Linda Hamilton, a relatively happy couple driving across Nebraska, driving through endless rows of corn on either side of their lonely stretch of highway near the town of Gatlin. They hit a child with their car and discover that his throat had been slashed before he even set foot into the road. How else would you know if you weren't a doctor? Boom, boom, boom. This is one of those moments that them forth on a nightmare, especially when they try to go for help and the old man at the gas station simply tells them not to go to Gatlin. Whatever their trouble is, folks in Gatlin got religion, he says. Boom, boom, boom. Dude, Malachi, that's just...
Dude, and they killed that old man's dog.
Yeah, so the thing that got me about this one was it's not just crazy cult thing. It's not just like a person convincing people of this. There is a supernatural element that goes on here, and it does prove that it's angry at times. So, I mean, because we saw the storm that it kicks up, especially towards the end. You know, if it's able to do that, and you've already killed all the parents, and you ain't got nothing but kids under 18. I don't know, man. I might be doing what little Isaac tells me to do.
Yeah. Little creepy
he who
kid.
walks behind the rose.
But that shit, I gotta talk shit because the actual he who walks behind the rose was really like some fucking 1980s.
A gopher?
Yeah, a gopher, Tremors.
Yeah, it was like, a worm, a Mongolian death worm, maybe? Was Dr. Meldrum involved in this project?
Actually, it wasn't, though, because when you see it, it's like this fucking... At one point, it's this weird, like, computer graphic, like, fucking jumble of yellow and black squares. And
well, yeah, that's when it's coming for Isaac.
Yeah.
To blow him up towards the end.
That was some weird shit,
you know, these couples, the couple rolls up into this town, and there's nobody around. There's just, it's, you know, house after house, and then all of a sudden they just bust up in this dude's house, like, let's see if there's anybody inside. Woo! Dude, this is America, bro. You get shot for shit like that anymore. You can't just like bust up in somebody's house. You can tell this was the 80s in the Midwest because the door wasn't even locked. They were just like, hey, you know, they come through the house, and what do they find? Two little bastards playing in the friggin' in the attic or in the upstairs.
The boy was gone. It was just a little girl listening to music.
Listening to the music of our age.
Whatever the hell the girl's name was.
Boy, Malachi was mad. He was like,
yeah.
But they had a game and music. I don't talk to me, biatch. I listen for he who walks behind the road.
Oh, and those little creepy corn dolls that they made. The
like
corn cross dolls.
Yeah, like the corn Jesus with the people up. Oh, dude, that was just. Again, this is one of those movies. I don't remember seeing it in the theater, so it was probably on VHS in '84. That would have been probably right. That would have been middle school, so that would have been when we got our first VHS player. And people did. You would have a bunch of friends come over to your house, and you know you'd pop a shitload of popcorn, and you know you'd get a friggin' case of soda, and everybody would sit around on the floor and shit and watch a scary ass movie on your VHS tape or on your Betamax player. Because we had a Betamax like a dumbass, but back then they had both Betamax and VHS on every table. But yeah, I remember. I'm thinking that now we had 8 or 10 people that were sitting in the living room of our farmhouse, and right behind the farmhouse was 4 acres of corn. And nobody wanted to go home that night because you had to walk past the cornfields to get home to their different places. And it was like, all right, get in the back of the truck and we'll just drop you off one at a time. And I remember. We had to take everybody home because nobody wanted to walk home past the corn. He who walks behind the rose. Yeah, CGI has definitely come a long way, wouldn't you say?
Yes,
since
very
the 80s.
much. Indeed. Yeah, like I don't know, like it was just funny seeing the little fucking lump of dirt roll around and chase people.
That was probably the coolest effect because it was practical. That was not an effect. What they did there was they dug trenches and put in large gallon black trash bags and then backfilled it with dirt. And there were people running around in there, hitting up on the dirt and making it look like something was running through those rows. That was actually a practical effect versus the CGI spirit thing when it blew up Isaac on the corn cross. He will get you for this. Why did the kids listen to Malachi? And I mean, Isaac was the leader. Why did the kids tie Isaac? Because Malachi said, so fuck him. Yep. I mean, that's like, you know, who are you? We don't listen to you.
Treacherous bastard, that Malachi.
He wanted to be in charge.
Mutinous.
He was definitely jealous of the power that Isaac had, and and that's, I guess,
probably
he
wanted
power,
Isaac's
more power.
outfit. His
He
little
wanted
Amish outfit.
the Amish hat. He definitely wanted the Amish hat because, well, everybody wants an Amish hat. Although I don't think you can fit into that suit. That suit was a little small for Malachi. True. But in the end, he who walks behind the rose took Isaac, blew him up into the air with really horrible CGI.
That was just a fucking corn doll thrown up in the air. That shit was funny.
And then, this is right when, and it's funny because there was a little bit of political something in here, was with the corn oil, the corn gasoline, the ethanol.
Mm-hmm.
A big deal out of not needing the old man's gasoline anymore because they had this source of corn gas, of ethanol. And in the 80s, it was, again, still one of those times of ugly oil crisis and, fighting with these friggin' Middle Eastern oil people that we were trying to get away from black oil and into using renewable sources like ethanol. So it's funny that Scorsese would throw that into the whole thing. Or not Scorsese, Stephen King would throw that into the whole thing. But he is a political loony. So, I guess he actually sued the makers. It was not of his book, he said. He says the overall feel of the whole movie is not of the book at all. And they were like, yeah, well, you gave us creative license, so eat a dick. And after that, he had his hand in everything. Cujo, Christine, all those. He made sure that he had his dick deep, balls deep in those. He was like, yeah, he's going to be on scene. He's going to be at the film locations, because this one he didn't. And this is what we got. But I still say it was an adult nightmare.
It was pretty trippy. And that first scene when they killed all the fucking adults was nuts. Yeah, and that kid just watched his dad get stabbed up. But you know what's crazy about Stephen King? When I was moving here to Southern California and shit from Northern California, I was driving next to a truck that was completely written up with stickers and things that said Stephen King killed John Lennon. There's like a website for it, and there's like some kind of conspiracy about Stephen King killing John Lennon or some bullshit.
Yoko Ono killed John Lennon. Everybody knows that.
She's gonna.
At least I read that on the internet somewhere.
She's gonna wailing haunt you now.
The hosts and opinions of What You're Watching may not be the same as What You're Watching Incorporated. Because at least if we get us in trouble, we can fire us and get up two other good clowns.
Yeah.
Still running.
I like that idea. He who walks behind the rose will do it.
Anyhow, if you didn't get through it, I'm sorry, but it was just one that Wes and I wanted to get out of the front and show people that we're serious. We like horror, and and you got to be scary sometimes to really enjoy horror. I'm not really a comedy horror guy. I'm not that guy. I like to be scared when I'm watching horror. Yeah. I like comedy horror. Don't get me wrong, but as a when I want to watch a horror movie, you kind of want to be a little scared by it.
Yeah,
isn't that the whole point?
Sure. Yeah.
So
yeah,
I like Zombieland, but at the same time, I like World War Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I know it's Brad Pitt.
No, I don't like the CGI zombies.
Yeah, well, it's still. I agree. That was a letdown. I agree. We'll get there. We'll get to World War Z here.
Yeah, we'll get there.
All right, folks. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of What You're Watching. We want to thank everybody for checking us out. Come back and join us again, because we're going to be here next week. This wraps up our first month of doing shows. And what am I going to tell you? I've enjoyed doing them. I hope you guys are enjoying watching them. Wes, you're having fun.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Positive. Pretty sure we're having fun.
I'm pretty sure,
We'll have to check back next week on you to say whether we're having fun or not.
Oh, we forgot to do Battle Meme.
Well, you know what? We don't have to roll out. We can absolutely do battle memes. See, there's that stop button, and I haven't pressed it yet. That's how that works. You're right. We haven't done battle memes, so let's get there.
Wait,
right
are we
now.
still
Last
tied?
week, Last week we were still tied, so we will still consider you undefeated, but that still puts a win in my column if that's how that works. So Wes is still undefeated, but the old Reverend here has a point on the board. We'll at least we'll call it that way. We each get a point. It's like everybody gets a participation in the trophy, right? Yeah, well, that's the way I feel about it. Damn it. All right, so here's my addition this week. Battle memes. That's right. I got a little cheesed off, and it was, hey, calm your tits, or boobs, or de-stress your breasts. Hey, adjust your busts before it combusts. Hakuna your tatas. Your
Hakuna Matata.
Your
What a
honkers.
wonderful phrase.
Your honkers need to stop going bonkers. Undo the calamity that is your memories. Give that chest a rest. And finally, don't have a rack attack.
Damn, girl, don't have a rack attack.
9 different ways for you to say, that's right, bitch, calm your tits. So Wes fires back with this, like, oh, I'm trying to click forward on something I can't even click forward on. Look at that shit. Here we go. Emergency. You've just been stabbed in the thigh by a toddler. Step 1, say fuck it. Step 2, violence seems to be the only answer people understand. Pepper spray them in the face.
I love anything where a kid gets fucked up. I don't know if that makes me some kind of sadistic bastard, but if I see like a comedy thing like this where a kid gets fucked, I'm all for it for some reason. I don't know why. It's just a sick thing I enjoy. So this, you have no idea. Every time I see this, I laugh.
But I made you laugh like 5 times with Calm Your Tits. So there's always that. And you were singing, Hakuna, your tatas. All right, folks. Well, there is battle memes for the week. And now we'll wrap up the show to say thank you to everybody. That's right. We'll get back to, I didn't tell them what we were doing. So, I didn't even get around to that yet.
Yeah,
so,
we're all fucked. Oh, and vote for battle meme in the comment section. Not in the chat room.
Not in the chat room, but in the actual comments. Come back, leave a comment. Wes is the winner. The Rev's the winner. Your choice. Calm your tits or stab a kid or pepper spray a kid. Stabbing the kid would have been funnier. Yeah, that's right. But yeah,
pull out knife and stab kid in head.
Stab kid directly in face. Come and join us next Monday night when we'll be doing, that's right, Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh fuck, I forgot all about this. This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I didn't. That's right. We're not doing child porn. That's right. Big Trouble in Little China. That doesn't even look like Kurt Russell. Not even a little bit. It's like, who was the guy drawing when they did this art? Just draw a random dude.
I know, right? God damn, that doesn't look like him at all.
All right, folks. See you next week.